All right, so let's go through and take a look at how SMU is able to generate explosive plays. We'll kind of take a look at let the play run, and then kind of draw it up and talk about it, and we'll kind of go through. I think there's double digits here, kind of explosive plays we can talk about. It's right here. This is game 2 with North Texas. Play action. Take a shot on hitch seam. So hitch. I'm just going to run the seam. I'm going to use play action here just to hold this safety. Because if you hold him, it's basically one-on-one out here. Hold the safety. The safety is kind of stuck here. You got the back coming up to protect on the edge here. The tight end is still in, so you got a 7-man protection here in case they want to bring pressure. So it's a protected shot. Let it run. He hits his last step. He knows he sees that safety, knows he's going to the seam. Makes a pretty good throw. They get the interference call as well. But it's basically just another win one-on-one here, which is this is really how do you really need to generate explosive sometimes. You're not going to be able to scheme them up always. Sometimes it's got to be I got to win a one-on-one matchup, and that's something SMU's pretty good at. So let's take a look at the second one. This is against TCU from last week. So this is kind of using formation a little bit to help scheme up. Tight end number 83 is a really good player, but they're going to use this condensed formation to run something we've seen USF run a few times, is smash. So running it from a condensed formation, it's just the same as if I'm out here running a hitch. I'm going to end up in the same spot, and now I'm going to run a corner out. The quarterback's just going to drop back, kind of eye the corner. The corner jumps out with this. So now if I run a good route here and win that one-on-one matchup with a good throw, I've got a shot. It's right there. Really good throw. But the tight end does a good job right here of creating a little separation. Good throw, good timing. Pulls it down for a 15, 20-yard play. And this is something they like to do at a different look. So here they're going to do pretty much the same thing. Push vertical there. So they're going to run smash, but this time they're going to roll to it. Michelle's pretty athletic. He's not a crazy athlete like you may see at Houston. Not anymore, but he's not a crazy athlete, but he's a good runner. And he's athletic enough to make throws on the move. So right here, you're going to kind of get the same smash concept. But this time we rolled to it. So the previous play, he could have worked either side. This play, he's kind of working here. Again, another good throw. So then we saw earlier they'll take protected shots. Well, here's like another version of it. They get in a run heavy look right here. We're going to play action fake. We're going to be in the pass protection. Play action fake, pass protection. He runs like what looks to be like a deep corner route almost, and he's pressed up. He's just going to run a go route. And this guy is Roberson, number 8. He's really good. It's right here, just another protected shot on 1st and 10, and just win. So he goes and wins. So they'll get in this. They'll just we're just going to take a shot on this play. And the receivers are pretty good, and the quarterback's a pretty good player too. So here, game 1 against Arkansas State. This is something they'll do to supplement. He doesn't score, sorry, I cut it off. But this is something they'll do to supplement some of their quick game stuff. So a lot of times in the air raid, they'll tag backside on their quick game double slant. So this game, it may be like a 2-step slant and land like a 5-step slant. but they'll tag double slants backside a lot. So this is something they do against Arkansas State here, where it's kind of a slant and go out there. So you see right here, the receiver makes a couple steps in like I'm running the slant, and then he takes off. Quarterback kind of back shoulders him. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it looks good. And he's able to take it down to the 1, and they score a touchdown a few plays later. But that's kind of just working off of some of their quick game. And they do it again right here against TCU. And this is a critical play right here. This is, you see the score here. TCU's kind of been making a little comeback. This is in the fourth quarter. This is their only drive in the fourth quarter that produces points. They were able to get a field goal to make it 41, and I believe the final score was 41-38. So this is a crucial, crucial drive. But they're going to do the same thing here. So let's look real quick how they're going to do it. So, right, we talked a lot of times they'll run double slant. So now they're both going to take their steps initially like it's a slant. He's going to whip back out, and then he's going to get back outside on a go route. So he wins. The quarterback's able to hold the safety. See the quarterback's eyes. He's kind of looking down the middle initially. He's able to move the safety a little bit. And then right here, he's already won big time. So make a nice catchable throw out there. Makes a great play in traffic, and that's Roberson, number 8 again. He is, I think he's really the guy we got to watch out for on Saturday. He's a pretty good player. Prochet's really good too, but Roberson's kind of the big play threat. So right there, there's a couple schemes off of the double slant look, and then Michelle's a good enough athlete that they can create explosive just by him being able to move around the pocket. So he kind of escapes pressure, finds Roberson, and he's able to do something after the catch. They end up scoring a touchdown again on this drive, and this is a big 3rd and 8 right here. Quarterback's able to escape, keep his eyes downfield, find the receiver, and he makes a pretty good run after catch with a pretty nasty looking stiff arm on number 20 there. So even if everything's covered initially, you got to finish the play because Michelle can extend the play. And with his experience, he's able to keep his eyes downfield, find an open man on 3rd and 8, and convert. So they also generate some explosive plays in the run game. So right here, we're going to look at the run game stuff. A couple ways they've generated explosives in the run game. So this is more, I think, more of the Rhett Lashley influence than the Sonny Dykes. Some of these guys like Holgerson and a couple of those guys have kind of put this more run heavy look. I know Holgerson did a bunch at Oklahoma State. So Dykes may have been doing this too, but this may be more of a Rhett Lashley influence here. So what we're basically going to get here is we're going to kind of get power, where he'll be your kick out guy. Typically on power, I'm kicking with a fullback. I'm wrapping the backside guard. Well, they have this backside H-back, fullback, so they'll kind of use him. So to me, this is basically power because I'm getting down blocks, but I don't have to pull a guard. So it's kind of even more solid up front. I'll pull the H-back instead. So I'm basically going to run power here. So right there, I kick out. I'm wrapping inside. And then this tailback's pretty good, and he runs hard. Tried to jump in a gap. Unfortunately for him, it was the wrong one. Receiver does a pretty good job blocking downfield, and then he drags this guy for 5 yards to score. So it's not just, they're not just throwing the ball downfield. They're able to kind of generate some stuff. This is more, running game is more drips and drabs, but this is one where they had a really good scheme to this look, and were able to bust it for a big run for a touchdown. And so they'll use the running game, but they'll also kind of use the RPO game. So this against TCU, they've got like a zone lead almost, RPO. He's just going to run like a simple hitch if there's space. He comes and fills. The quarterback just pulls it and throws it right up there for an easy play. Tons of space. Able to make a catch for about 15, 20 yards. Again, just a simple RPO here. Inside zone, pull it, make the throw outside. So you'll get run, you'll get RPO, and then they'll also mix in the quarterback run. Like I said earlier, he's a good athlete. He's not an unbelievable one. You'll see here a really good athlete at the position probably scores on this one, but he's definitely a plus athlete. He's not he's above average. So you start keying on the run, he'll pull it. Like I said, if that's the kid from Houston, if that's Jalen Hurts, if that's, some other, maybe even if that's Jordan McLeod, that may go the distance right there. But he's a good enough athlete back here that he'll keep you honest, and you have to account for him. Right here, North Texas doesn't account for him. It's just a simple zone read. And they do a good job getting to the second level there. And even he's kind of shading towards here. Nobody keeps for the quarterback player. They tag something up here to occupy the two defensive backs. And he's off. And again, they score a touchdown later on this drive. All right, so back top. So those are some of the explosive plays. You'll kind of see SMU generates them in a bunch of different ways. But they will not be afraid to take shots on the USF defense. So that's something that Coach Strong mentioned in his press conference, that the defense has to be prepared to stop the explosive plays. And if they can hold those down and make them drive the length of the field, I think your USF would be pretty happy with that. We'll see if it happens. They've got some really good receivers and a really good quarterback. But I think USF has the personnel to match up with them on the back end. So it should be an interesting matchup. If USF can limit those explosive plays, then they'll definitely have a much better shot of winning this game.